happens when NBA rivalries go too far. Over the years, we've seen some of the most intense fights in basketball history. Moments where emotions boiled over and turned into unforgettable chaos.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of blood streaming from the side of the eye. Look, here goes Stewart.
Yeah, I think he's a little upset.
LeBron James' 2021 elbow on Isaiah Stewart nearly sparked an all-out brawl, while Raja Bell's hard foul on Kobe Bryant in 2006 was a personal playoff warfare. Draymond Green took things to another level in 2023, putting Rudy Gobert in a chokehold, proving their beef was years in the making. And when Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley threw hands, even their legendary status couldn't stop the fireworks. But nothing compares to the malice at the Palace, the night the NBA turned into a battlefield. From shocking hits to full-scale melees, these fights didn't just shake the league, they changed it forever. Let's dive into the wildest, most unforgettable brawls in NBA history. LeBron James vs. Isaiah Stewart, 2021. The 2021-22 NBA season had barely started when one of the wildest in-game altercations in recent memory went down. The Lakers were facing off against the Pistons in Detroit, and early in the third quarter, things took a shocking turn. Jeremy Grant had just sunk a free throw, and as players jostled for position in case of a miss, LeBron James swung his arm, and whether intentional or not, his elbow caught Isaiah Stewart square in the face. Blood immediately started dripping from Stewart's right eye, and from that moment on, all hell broke loose. At first, Stewart simply walked up to LeBron, visibly frustrated, but things escalated fast. As players and officials tried to separate them, Stewart kept charging at James, again and again, forcing security, teammates, and coaches to hold him back. Every time it seemed like he was done, he'd break free and make another aggressive move towards the Lakers' superstar. The entire arena was in disbelief. When the dust finally settled, the NBA handed James a one-game suspension, the first of his legendary career, while Stewart got 2 games and 8 stitches as a painful reminder of the night he nearly bulldozed through an entire team just to get to LeBron. Raja Bell vs. Kobe Bryant, 2006. The 2006 NBA playoffs saw a battle between the Lakers and the Phoenix Suns that wasn't just about basketball. It was personal. Kobe Bryant, in peak Mamba mode, was torching the Suns' defense, and his main matchup, Raja Bell, had had enough. Midway through Game 5, Bryant made a move to his right, but before he could get far, Bell aggressively grabbed him around the neck and slammed him to the floor. The arena erupted as referees quickly stepped in to control the situation. After the game, Bell didn't hold back, saying he was retaliating for what he believed were multiple elbows from Kobe earlier in the series. It was just another chapter in the heated rivalry between these two ultra-competitive players. But even Bell later admitted he could have handled it differently. And as for Kobe, he never took it personally. Just 4 years later, he tried to recruit Bell to join the Lakers. Imagine that. A guy who once put you in a chokehold ending up as your potential teammate. Love this content? Just subscribe to the channel. Keep it up. If you love this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Draymond Green vs. Rudy Gobert. On November 14, 2023, tensions that have been simmering for years finally erupted in a way that had NBA fans buzzing. During a heated clash between the Golden State Warriors and the Minnesota Timberwolves, Draymond Green escalated the situation when he placed Rudy Gobert in a full-on chokehold. It wasn't just another on-court scuffle. This was personal. The seeds of their rivalry were sown back in 2017, when both elite defenders were competing for the coveted Defensive Player of the Year award. Initially, it was all about competition, but over time, the exchanges evolved into subtle jabs, and eventually, outright shots fired through the media. The animosity only intensified, and those paying close attention knew it was only a matter of time before things boiled over. When the fight broke out, Draymond wasted no time in locking Gobert up, refusing to let go. The moment instantly went viral, with fans reacting in shock, amusement, and disbelief. This wasn't merely a one-time altercation. It was the culmination of years of pent-up tension between two of the league's most dominant defensive players. Chris Paul vs. Rajon Rondo. When it comes to NBA rivalries, few have been as intense as the one between Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo. These two future Hall of Fame point guards have been at each other's throats for years, and their feud reached a boiling point in 2018 when Paul's Rockets faced off against Rondo's Lakers. The bad blood between them goes way back, fueled by their ultra-competitive nature and clashing playstyles. Paul, the ultimate floor general, and Rondo, the pass-first mastermind, were never gonna see eye to eye. With some alleged trash talk thrown in, you've got the perfect recipe for fireworks. Rondo recently opened up about the rivalry on the Old Man and the Three podcast. He admitted that while he and Paul have had their issues, there's a level of mutual respect between them. We're kind of mutual friends with Trevor Ariza, and he always says we have a lot of similarities. Maybe that's why we're so feisty and we compete the way we do against each other. It's a lot of respect for him and how he plays, and what he's done for his career. JJ Redick, who played alongside Paul, chimed in, saying that he once felt the same way as Rondo, but gained a new appreciation for CP3 after playing with him. Redick joked that maybe the same could happen with Rondo and Paul if they ever ended up on the same team. Rondo simply laughed and said, "Who knows? It's a rivalry built on fire, grit, and a shared will to win." While they may never be best friends, the Paul-Rondo beef is one for the ages, adding another unforgettable chapter to NBA history. Malice at the Palace, 2004. November 19, 2004. Seemed like just another night in the NBA. The Indiana Pacers were moments away from a dominant win over the defending champion Detroit Pistons, proving that they were legitimate title contenders. But tension was brewing. Late in the fourth, Ron Artest, now Meta World Peace, fueled Ben Wallace hard at the rim. Wallace, enraged, shoved Artest, sparking a scuffle. It seemed like a typical NBA dust-up, until everything spiraled out of control. Artest stepped away and lay on the scorer's table, trying to cool off. Then, a fan threw a drink at him. In an instant, Artest charged into the stands, fists flying. Teammate Steven Jackson followed, and chaos erupted as players and fans brawled. The fallout was massive. 5 fans were banned for life. 5 players faced assault charges, and the NBA issued 141 total games in suspension. The Malice at the Palace changed the league forever, leading to stricter security and harsher penalties for player-fan altercations. To this day, it remains the most infamous fight in NBA history. NBA rivalries are built on competition, but sometimes emotions push them beyond the game. From hard fouls to all-out brawls, these fights left a lasting mark on the league, shaping player relationships, team dynamics, and even NBA policies. The Malice at the Palace was a turning point, forcing the league to prioritize security and discipline. But every fight on this list reminds us of the intensity that fuels the sport. While basketball's about skill and strategy, it's also about passion. And when that passion boils over, it creates moments that fans will never forget. Which NBA fight do you think went too far? Was it the all-out chaos of the Malice at the Palace, Draymond's chokehold on Gobert, or something else entirely? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the NBA's wildest brawls, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a deep dive into the game's biggest moments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.